before starting teaching in the class, I have given already my students roll number wise topic. They will present their topic roll number wise per day, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. And then after completing his or her topic, other students will raise question related to their topic. Finishing his topic, other students will raise question related to his topic, like as what is your country name and how many states are in our country. They are improving also, and they are taking interest.
You give them the topic to speak. You can do one thing along with speaking. You give them the topics and ask them to write about the topic in their own language also. So this will enhance their writing skill also.
Yeah. Okay.
And next day, even you can allow them to read from their copy, whatever they have written, but that should be their own write-up. So it will give you double benefit. Reading, writing, as well as speaking. Reading also. Reading for the first time, and I would definitely like to know more about you.
Okay, definitely, ma'am. This is Prem Singh Rawat from Uttarakhand. My district is Pauri Garhwal, and my development block is Naini Danda, Dumakot, and I belong to village area, so my village is Devaldhar, and I'm a teacher. Yeah, I'm a teacher in intermediate college, English teacher in this area. Yeah, at Janta Intermediate College, Androli.
Okay.
Yeah, and regarding my qualification, I am B.Ed and postgraduate in English.
Postgraduate in English. Okay, B.Ed. And to work in a college, some UGC kind of stuff they don't need?
No. It is intermediate college, 10+2.
Actually, I want to know exactly about the meaning of this intermediate college. What does it mean?
Intermediate, it means, ma'am, 10+2, 12th class.
And you call it, like in your city, they call it college?
Yeah, it is intermediate college, yes.
Okay, in our side, colleges mean the degree colleges where the classes start from the BA, BSc, BCom, etc. And along with it, if the colleges, they are having +1 and +2. These +1 and +2 classes come under collegiate schools. Collegiate, not only simple school, but collegiate school. We call it that way. We take it that way.
Yeah, okay. So may I know about you?
Sorry? You're okay. You want to know about me? Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Rawat, basically from the core of my heart, I'm also a teacher. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And for so many years, I have been into teaching, and I have worked, rather still working in the college. Since from day one, I have been teaching to the college students. And after teaching the students for so many years, then for the last almost, you can say about 10 years, it's been 10 years, I'm now on the administrative post in the college itself. And my subject is pure sciences, life sciences.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the way, if you want to know about this was my professional end. And personally, for the last almost a year, it's been 10 months that I have been working on my communication skills. And I'm doing it because I love this language a lot. So this is the basic reason. Yeah. And if you want to know more about me, I am a pure Punjabi person. And and we enjoy our lives our own ways. Different people enjoy their lives different ways. I love to have these days talks with different people. I love to know about the people who live at different places. And at the moment I chat with them, I start feeling as if I'm there somewhere.
Okay.
That's my journey this way.
Yeah. So you belong to Punjab, so because I identified you because your surname is Kaur, so Kaur belongs to Punjab. So
Yes,
that's nice, ma'am. So have you studied in Punjabi medium? Your schooling or in English medium?
yes.
Because
I have studied in Punjabi medium school, so
okay.
I am like any ordinary child. And moreover, my mom was a school teacher in a
Mhm,
government school teacher. So in government school, at least at that very time, all
mhm.
the subjects were taught in the regional language only, in the local language only. So by default, I studied everything so far as my basic schooling is concerned in Punjabi medium.
Mhm.
My English started from the sixth standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
that
That's it.
the way the education system is going your way and the way your journey has taken shape, and you are today here on this platform, and you are already a subject teacher, like teacher in the subject of English. Then how did this idea came to your mind that you should hone your communication skills when you might be teaching, might have been teaching to your students for the last so many years the same subject?
Yeah.
Let's know about yourself.
Yeah, actually, ma'am, I belong to Hindi medium student. My background is Hindi, and I am postgraduate in English. But when I did postgraduate, I mean, when I studied English, at that time I studied English as a subject, not as a language. Okay, so and I'm a English teacher, so I face lots of problem regarding especially English speaking. That's why I'm learning English through this platform. And before using this platform, I have used Buddy Talk and Hybro application and AC Fluency. Yeah, because I'm a teacher, so and I belong to hilly places and village area. There is no English atmosphere here. So and my students come to school from different places. I think you are well known about the geographical condition of hilly places. So I want to create English atmosphere for my students, especially because I face lots of problem being as a Hindi medium student. So I think my student will not face this type of problem, especially for their future and for their career. That's why I'm learning English, ma'am, through this platform.
Nice. I want to know one more thing. It's not related to the this our main thrust of the discussion. I can see the background at your back. Initially, I thought that it is the actual background. Then I thought might be some painting. But you are living in. I think you are taking your session in sitting in the open, right?
Yeah. Actually, ma'am, right now I'm out of my room. Okay, in the room, and this is the natural background. It is the
It's beautiful, Mr. Rawat. It's looking beautiful, and I could have the idea because though I live in the plain area, but in my family we all are fond of hills. And after every 2 months, we used to move to some hilly place. Like
okay.
where I am living, Dalhousie is nearby. You might have heard of Dalhousie.
Dalhousie?
Have you heard of Dalhousie? It's in
Yeah.
Himachal Pradesh, hilly area.
Okay. Yes,
So
yes.
I
Oh,
am familiar with the kind, like when we are there in the hilly area, uh,
okay.
very soon the background all of a sudden changes, the weather changes, climate changes, and the whole
Yeah.
scenario changes.
Yeah, correct. Have you ever
Yeah.
been Uttarakhand?
No, I have never been to that, but surprisingly, the so-called strangers, I don't say the strangers because I always say when the conversation begins, before the beginning, they are strangers, but by the time it is over, we all become friends. So all of those different people, majority of them, I have seen they are from Uttarakhand. So I
Yeah.
that way really appreciate this approach that so many people from Uttarakhand, they are on this platform and they're keen to hone their spoken English,
Yeah, yeah,
English
yeah,
speaking skills. Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Because ma'am, we belong to Hindi medium, okay, and our native language is Hindi. So we have not English atmosphere. We are learned. We are eager to learn English. And as a teacher, I'm also, because it is my moral duty to create English atmosphere my students.
You are working. I can well understand your viewpoint that in the areas, in the regions where the people they don't have that those kinds of facilities, like not going to getting the opportunity to go to the English medium schools or the private schools, and majority of the community they go to the government institutions. And I can well understand and have I can resonate myself with you. I have seen during my journey so far that even to the teachers, they had been teaching. I have seen them teaching English subject in the regional language.
Yeah, yeah.
So you might be facing the similar kind of problem, and now you want to provide them a totally English environment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. I do practice. It is, in my school, I try to best 80% I use English during the teaching.
And teaching,
Yeah, yeah,
and
because
20% the regional language.
yeah, 20% regional language, because students belongs to Hindi medium, village area. I'm also village area, and I'm villager. I belong to village area, and my background is Hindi. I'm not perfect. So, but I try to best to create English atmosphere for my students.
One thing, Mr. Rawat, I
Yeah,
feel you and me or we all shouldn't be ashamed of it. If you are teaching to the students who come from the very low strata, I must say, from that kind of society where they had never been given that kind of opportunity to come in contact with the actual English kind of environment. And it is really challenging for a teacher to
yeah,
teach English in the regional language. So
yeah,
that way, I appreciate you that you have taken a very challenging job. And it is
yeah,
the
yeah,
quality of a good teacher. Suppose if today you start conversing everything in English, but your students cannot grab that. Your students are unable to understand that. I won't appreciate that this quality be considered as a good quality of a teacher. A teacher
yeah.
is a good teacher only when the teacher comes to the level of the student so that
Students.
the students can understand each and everything. It is the toughest thing to teach a language, some different language to a student in the regional language of that student.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not it's not everybody's cup of tea. So you
yeah,
are already doing a very tough job.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
big challenge for you.
Yeah, ma'am. And ma'am, this area is completely, backward area. And my school is also 2 kilometers away from my home. And this is my born and brought up place. I'm local person of this area. And from this area, 50 to 60 kilometers away, English medium schools are available in city area. Okay, but it is my duty, and already I explained about my problem, especially English speaking, to my students well aware about the my English speaking. Yes, and because I am a teacher, but with my students I'm also a learner, I'm also a beginner, I'm also a student. I do my role with my students as a students, not as a teacher. Sometime.
Nice, nice. This
Yeah,
is a very good approach when you always have this kind of feeling at the back of your mind that I'm a learner. Because if you have that kind of approach, definitely it means there is a scope for you to keep on growing throughout your life. Because
yeah,
if at some moment you start having this kind of feeling that I have learned then I think your growth stops there. You don't
Yeah.
grow further. So if you are not growing, then it's not life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we are the learners, if we consider ourselves as learners, I think this is the best approach. It
Yeah.
means
Yeah. Yeah.
there are miles to grow.
Yeah. So, ma'am, you belongs to Punjabi language. So, how did you improve your communication? I mean, your English fluency. Which
You,
type of
you, sorry, which type of
problems you have
problem?
you faced related to English speaking, especially?
Mr. Rawat, you studied English as a subject, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And it means you are quite familiar with the subject, with the language. True?
Mhm. Yeah.
True. Having the knowledge of a language is one thing, but try to use that language is altogether different thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I believe in my last session, I mean, during the session, we had that kind of conversation, and there I narrated it that way that having a plethora of degrees in your credit is something else, but attaining a skill is different. And if we talk about the spoken English or we talk about the communication skills, it is a skill. Got it?
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
I come back to my scenario. You studied English as a subject. I also studied English as a subject only, right? But
Yeah.
because all the time you are surrounded with the regional kind of language, like English used to get confined to the classrooms only. And because I'm a science student, I have been a science student, so my English was left behind long back. Because
Okay.
after, at +1 standard, when we choose our specialized subjects, so English just remain as a subject, and in degree there is no English subject. Got it? But because I got the opportunity that I lived in a urban area, so living in urban area provides you some that kind of environment where you get the opportunity to have different events in the colleges where as a student I participated, and when I came into teaching, I have always been a very active participant in these kinds of events. So
Mhm.
though I used to speak very less, but that brought a sort of fluency in my conversation. And at this very moment, I am polishing my language. Got
Okay.
it? Like
Mhm.
I was not afraid of that much afraid of. So at this very moment, I don't have the problem that I don't know the knowledge of the language. I do have, but because I'm not so much into speaking kind of environment, so I used to make mistakes,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
immediately I realized. But when the bullet is out, it is out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So this way I'm a bit better. You may say a bit better. Otherwise, you are a learner. I'm also a learner.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We
And
we both are sailing in the same boat. We both are on the same page.
yeah, yeah, because English, we are not native speaker, and English is second language for us. Definitely, ma'am, I'm talking with you right now, but it is possible to do grammatical my side during the conversation.
Mr. Rawat, give me 1 minute. My pet is with me inside. Let me release my pet. Because
Okay,
whenever I'm having the sessions, my pets are always around me.
uh, yes, yeah,
Actually, I have two pets, and
okay,
most of the time they're always there with me whenever I'm having the session. They
okay,
are always around me. But if during the session somebody rings a bell, you know, so I'll just ringing the bell and they start their music.
okay, okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so, ma'am, tell me some tricks and tips how I can improve my English as well as my students as a blazer, as a
Just speak, Mr. Rawat. There is actually in reality, uh, there are no tricks. Yeah, tips you can say.
hmm,
Again, one shoe doesn't fit all, right? Like you
okay,
have some different kind of qualities. Your students might be having some different kind of qualities, but the simple mantra of attaining fluency in English is that you speak as much as you can. This is the only mantra, because this is the problem with us, that we are scared of speaking with somebody. We
Yes.
get nervous when we are in that situation where we are supposed to speak in English with somebody. So it means we are to remove uh, this kind of fear out of our mind. And to remove any fear, the only mantra is you throw yourself in that kind of environment. Like you speak as much as you can. Reading can favor, writing can favor, listening can favor, but the ultimate mantra is until unless you speak, you can't learn it. Now
Yes,
it
yes, yes.
depends how much time you spare. You might, like being a language teacher, you might be having the opportunity to speak for 2 hours, though in different parts, but you might be, I think, speaking for 2 hours in your college, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then these days you are having these kinds of sessions. But even if you say me that I must sum up in one line, that what is the mantra, I would say speak, speak, speak. Only speaking can can take you out of this kind of fear that you
Yes.
can't speak. You know the language, you can speak it very well, but you can speak only once you come into fluency. Fluency is very important,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is the only mantra. You know
Yeah.
the language, you know the vocabulary as well. You know the vocabulary as well, right? But
Yeah.
because we are not using this vocabulary on the routine basis, so
Routine way.
that's
Yes.
why the right words don't come in your mind at the right time. It means we must tune ourselves more into talking, more into conversation, more into English kind of environment. Now, the so many people, they always complain or they always have a problem or this kind of issue, that how to create that environment. So then talk to yourself. When you are alone, just talk to yourself. Like you are sitting at the top of your roof, I think, where you are sitting at this very moment, right? So you
Yeah, yeah.
create that environment. The kind of environment is around you, whatever is visible at your back. I can see the whole environment. The surroundings are dark, and at some of the places I can see the twinkling lights. These lights might be coming from some the market or from some houses. So start conversing this way only.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes. So you
And
can do the thing like to create interest among your students, because if you will say that okay, come students, sit for the study, no
okay.
student, no one likes. And if you say, you create the situation, okay, today I'm here before you, and guy you just come up and just say 2 lines about me, but these 2 lines you must speak in English only. So let them speak those 2 lines for you in whatever they want. This way you will get to know how do they take you and in what way they think about you, and they will also get the opportunity to converse in English,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh, because practice and consistency are must to learn any language. Because practice makes a man perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh,
Yes.
and listening and speaking, reading, writing are the 4 skills to learn any language, I think. So first of all, it topmost skill is listening to learn any language. Yeah.
Because by listening, you get to know about the pronunciation. Because if you are familiar with a word, but you don't know that in what context and in what way you want to speak. Two things: pronunciation and in what context this word is being used. So, of course, listening helps a lot.
Yeah.
There are 4 modules of any language. Now, the situation is I have to think what is my issue. Am I learning English as a language, or am I just working on my communication skill? These are two different things. If
Yeah.
I'm into learning a language, then I will have to emphasize on all the 4 modules because I'm learning a language. I should be familiar with the way it should be written, and then I should be too much into writing. Then, in what way the people speak, then even into listening. Then, of course, ultimately, I must try to speak. But majority of us, or some of us like me, I'm into acing my fluency. I'm into making my communication better. So
Mhm.
for me, the only mantra is to speak as much as I can. You got it? So of
Yeah,
course, if somebody wants to know about the language, then all 4 modules are important. And if you are working on just your communication, then you have to speak and speak only.
yeah, yeah. And ma'am, what will be better for my students? Which type of task I should have given to my students, like as any topic and any other any which type of work will
You
be
are,
better?
Mr. Rawat, you are teaching them a language.
Yeah.
So for your students, the language being the language students, they should be familiar with all the 4 modules.
Mm-hmm.
They should know how to write and what to write.
Yeah.
They should be in a habit of reading also. They
Mm-hmm.
should be in a habit of listening also.
Yeah.
But parallel to that, you can begin with speaking also. Na? I told you just call any 2 students or 3 students in a day that you
Mm-hmm.
just speak for a minute or you just speak 2 lines about me. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
way you can solve your 2 purposes simultaneously.
Yeah. 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 Ma'am, actually, when I start teaching, before starting teaching in the class, I have given already my students roll number wise topic. They will present their topic roll number wise per day, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. And then after completing his or her topic, other students will raise question related to their topic. Yeah. Suppose any
Okay.
suppose some students, any student present the topic about the country, okay, in 6th class or in 8th class. Then after finishing his topic, other students will raise question related to his topic, like as what is your country name and how many states are in our country and where is the capital of your country, like this. So they are improving also and they are taking interest.
You give them the topic to speak on that topic.
Yeah, yeah. Already, students present their topic as per their interest.
They speak, or they come with the writing also.
No, no, no. They speak.
You can do one thing along with speaking. You give them the topics and ask them to write about that topic in their own language also. So this will
Okay.
enhance their writing skill also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
next day, even you can allow them to read from their copy, whatever they
Okay.
have written, but that should be their own write up. So it
Okay.
will give you double benefit: reading,
Mm-hmm.
writing, as well as speaking. Speaking,
Speaking.
reading
Yes.
also, reading and
Mm-hmm.
speaking.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, ma'am. I think it is a lengthy
Yeah.
conversation. So I
Yes.
want to wind up because you are busy and I think you have other work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So thank you very much giving me your valuable time, and definitely I will improve my English because you suggested me some tricks and tips. Okay, and I follow these tricks, and it will be better for my English as well as my students. So thank you
For
very
your
much.
students.
God bless
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Rawat. You gave me the opportunity. And because whenever any teacher puts in this kind of request and that teacher wants to talk to me, so the teacher who is sitting inside in the who is there in the inner core of my mind, that immediately comes out. So
Yeah.
I love to chat with everybody. But when somebody introduces himself or herself as a teacher, so that brings lots of respect in my mind. I
Yeah. Yeah.
really love having a session with you. So it's not only me who has given you the opportunity, rather you gave me the opportunity to more about you. So I
Yeah.
love having a session with you. Thank you very much. And
Oh,
if I could come up with some kind of tips for you, I think
yeah.
my purpose is done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye
Okay.
bye. Thank you.